Hey everybody, welcome back to The Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for your support. Today I'm going to be talking about back-to-back Duke Ellington and Johnny Hodges Play the Blues, but I'm going to do it in the context of a peak audio experience I had with it last night, late at night. So I'll tell you all about that in just a moment. Before I get started, if you're new and haven't already, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support the channel, and it's much appreciated, so thank you so much for doing that. Also, this and other releases in the Acoustic Sounds Verve Jazz series are available in my Pressing Matters storefront. If you haven't checked it out, please go to the link below and click on it. It'll take you to my Amazon affiliate storefront to show you the Pressing Matters storefront that I've curated. And it has all the releases from this series as well as other audiophile record series. And it's a great resource and an excellent way to support what I do. It really does make a difference and can unlock more time for me to do more and better content. So thank you so much for checking that out. This record is not the first record that I've been exposed to by this team. Early on, when I was starting to collect jazz, I purchased this. This is back in the Classic Records days, almost 20 years ago or so. This is a 45 edition cut by Bernie Grundman of Side by Side. The same forces are pretty much in evidence here on Back to Back. The new edition by the Acoustic Sounds Verve Jazz series is mastered by Bernie Grundman from the Classic Records plates. So when Chad Kassem acquired the Classic Records business, he acquired all the metalwork for their releases. And he's been slowly reissuing titles from that original metalwork, and this is the case here. Bernie Grundman's original beautiful mastering for Classic Records, presented in the gorgeous Stoughton gatefold for the first time, and pressed at QRP, beautifully pressed. I mean, listening to this last night, late at night, I had one of those experiences where everything aligns, everything comes together, and the sound is so much better than you'd ever heard before that you chalk it up as one of those peak audio experiences. This was recorded in 1958. The mono edition came first. The stereo came a couple years later. This new edition is stereo, by the way. I love their tagline for this series. It's called Living Sound Fidelity. And that's pretty much what I heard last night. Living Sound Fidelity. It's early stereo, but it's not hole in the middle stereo. One thing I really like about this record is the placement of the performers is consistent throughout. On alto sax is Johnny Hodges. He's always over here on the right channel. The piano is Duke Ellington. He's also on the right channel. The trumpet is Harry Edison. He's over here on the left. The guitar is Leslie Spann. He's usually mid-right. And the drums and bass occupy the middle pretty much and are spread across both channels. The positioning doesn't change throughout the whole record, and that's really nice, I think, because it gives a consistency to the sound. It's a very spacious sounding record. This is 6 blues compositions arranged by Duke Ellington, and he's left a lot of space around everything for each performer to be highlighted in the soundstage without a lot of extra activity going on. And I really like that approach. This is a perfect late night listen because you can really zero in on each performer. You know, whether it be the muted trumpet over here of Harry Edison, or the cymbals splashing above gently on the left channel. It could be the piano and how clear and beautiful it's coming across on the right. Everything has a space and air about it, even more so now that it's being played back on this prime turntable. I gotta say that the playback on this turntable, you know, I don't know if it's the analog drive system, the way it locks down to the platter with the clamp or what, but it has a steadiness, and the pace and rhythm of the record is just unlocked in a way. It seemed like before on the previous turntable, you were kind of locked into a record, the sound of a record. Here the music is just unleashed. It's just flowing out of the speakers in living sound fidelity. It's amazing to me. It's amazing that this upgrade in particular made such a huge difference. I had one of those lovely late night listens with this record last night. I loved every track. I particularly liked Basin Street Blues. It was funny because when I heard that track come on, I was reminded, it sounds like a burlesque tune. And I think I've heard it on a burlesque album that I have from the 60s, some kind of stripper record. But it has that kind of sound to it, and it just sounds great here. The arrangement is beautiful. The whole second side, though, is extra special. There's 4 tracks on the second side, and it's just unfolds in the most beautiful way. The pressing is so quiet that the music just emerges across the soundstage, and all 4 are very quiet type of cuts, and you can just relish in this voluptuous sound. Really, this series and this record in particular, but you know, when I think back of it, the Ben Webster records were wonderful too. Everything in the series is great. This is no exception. This is a great buy. For $38, it's a winner, and I can highly recommend Back to Back and everything in the Verve Acoustic Sounds Jazz series. We all owe a debt of gratitude to Chad Kassem for producing this series at an affordable price and marketing it in the way it is. I am just delighted to be acquiring all of these. I have 2 more coming up. They're coming out fast and furious. The next 2 are going to be this one, Johnny Hodges, Blues Aplenty, and Sonny Stitt, Blows the Blues. And I think there's a Ben Webster coming too, very shortly. So I'll have reviews for all of them. Until next time, I'm Scott for The Pressing Matters. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.